more Midwest, I guess you can say, in just a little bit with Wendy Cruz. She's joining us from South Dakotas. But right now, we have another great guest joining us here on the program. She is another New England new favorite. She says she has a pretty large family, newly an aunt, loved music and singing for as long as she can remember. Pretty straight and to the point. So let's welcome right now to the Reds Room stage, Amy Picard joining us. Good evening, Amy.
Hello,
Welcome to Reds Room.
hello.
Well, hello. How are you tonight?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing great. Now last time I do believe was your first appearance on Red's Room. You enjoyed it so much, you're back for more. Uh,
Yes.
what musically have you been up to in and around the New England area since you last were here on Red's Room?
Since I was last here, I did Katie Fest, so that was Cat Stewart was there too.
Mhm.
Um, that was a lot of fun. Honestly, I haven't been doing much. I was done with school, my first year of college, and I was like, I need to take a break of everything.
I imagine that is probably exhausting and taxing, and finals. I would
Yeah.
imagine is was finals week all that it was like notoriously cracked up to be.
Well, I feel like mine was a little bit hyphened. So my new thing now is I have like lasting effects from a concussion, and so they're telling me
Oh
I have
no.
minor brain damage. So I'm in my
No.
biology classes, and I could not remember anything because I have the memory of a goldfish.
Wow.
Finals
How
was
how
scary.
long ago did this happen?
In February?
Wow.
So it's been a couple months that I've been struggling.
My goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my. Well, we're hopefully glad you're okay. We're going to continue to pray for your healing on that would be healed and that, your memory wouldn't be the likes of a goldfish. Hopefully it
Yeah.
comes back just as good as it once was, unless you're telling us it was always the memory of a goldfish, which
No, it was not.
we can't help you there, but you know, we can pray for it to be better than it was before then.
Mhm.
So there you go. When did you feel like you got called into music? Have you been at this since you were a very young age, or just
I've been singing music forever. I grew up singing hymns in church. And with my family was always very musical. But it wasn't until I'd say last fall is when I kind of got thrown into it. And I say now that I don't even remember because I have the memory of a goldfish. But I was trying to figure it out a couple of weeks ago. I was like, how did I start playing out places? Because all of a sudden I'm just here, like, and I don't even remember how it happened. And so it did come up really quick. It wasn't that I was searching for it or anything. Um, Actually, at the Mill Cafe, so here in my hometown, Millbury, um, my cousin is actually she's married to the pastor, and so he's like, "Hey, Stu's looking for somebody to play. Will you play?" And so it's very, very last minute. I think it was supposed to be that day, and I was like, I've never really played in front of people, but I was like, sure, I'll sing a couple songs, and now the rest is history to that. So
there you go? And we're going to hear one such song right now. Amy, what is your first number you're going to be starting us off with tonight?
wait, what?
I said, what is the first number the first tune you're going to be starting out with
I
tonight?
don't know if I've sang this one. I don't know if you know this one, Joe. So this is a song
Oh,
I wrote a few years ago. It's actually about my aunt. So my aunt is probably she was the strongest Christian that I think I have ever known. She was that ball of fire that did not care who she told Jesus about, but she had to find a way of putting it in there. And so a few years back, she had found out that she had brain cancer, and she was my one of my favorite people in the whole wide world. And so it threw me for a spin. It definitely did. And so this song's about her and just kind of how strong she was. and how no matter what, that her faith, it never shook, it never wavered. And I strive to be that. That's what we all need, right? And so she ended up she did pass away, but she was that light in the world that Jesus just he used her so much to witness to so many people. And I I thank God for her every day, just that she was that witness to me that I looked up to so much. And this is about her and some of the time that I did spend with her. So there's a part in here that talks about a nasty drink that they made her drink because while she was doing chemo, and it was this whole long story, so I won't bother you with that. But here it is. This is called "A Woman with Bright Brown Eyes." A woman with bright brown eyes that light up when she talks about you. All she wants is to see your face, 'cause she knows heaven is a real place with your amazing saving grace. When hard times are coming her way, she gets stronger in her faith, talks about you all day. How Satan is a dead foe when you won the battle of good and evil with your love and goodness through all our days, and we will praise you forever. With all her faith, she sings all the songs and all the words, songs of you and how your love and those drinks they make her drink make her tremble, tremble, tremble. A woman with bright brown eyes that light up when she talks about you. Oh Jesus, praise you, Jesus. Her faith will never break, it's so strong, I wish to be like her one day. Her love and kindness shine through, just wanted this to have a piece of what she has done for me. And now you see that she's done so much for me. So I thank you, Lord, and I thank the woman with bright brown eyes. Oh Jesus, praise you, Jesus. All we need is Jesus.
Ah, yes. You figured that was coming. You never know what we're going to talk about here on Red Zoom.
It's
Apparently,
true.
you really never know what you're going to find out about us either.
The random things. When I first did Red's Room, I was like, oh, what are the questions gonna be? And honestly, it's so random. You can't plan anything.
No, I mean, because now you might get asked what your shoe size is now.
I am
mean,
an 8.5.
So, see, that's pretty normal. That's not bad. Yeah, that's mid-range.
Yeah.
You know, that's right there. See, it's no 12, right, Wendy? But I mean, it's
No. I'm like, oh my goodness. I couldn't imagine.
oh, Talk about these boots were made for walking. My goodness gracious.
That's what they'll do.
Yeah, walking and stomping and all sorts of other stuff there. Let me tell you. You are back with us, Amy. Hopefully, it seems like we're a little bit better this time around. So thank you for
I
being
hope
back
so.
with us.
Yeah, I haven't seen one thing of freezing so far, so I think we're good.
Woohoo!
Hopefully that means
Celebration.
woohoo! Well, let's get to a song, shall we? Well, we're on a good
What
roll.
one should I do, Joe? Should I just go for the classic?
Oh, by whatever do you mean? Would that be a perfect time for a classic?
Perfectly imperfect time?
I'd say that would be a perfectly imperfect time to me. No
All right, well, this
perfectly
is my
imperfect time like the present.
exactly. So this is my song, Perfectly Imperfect. I wrote a few months ago. And basically this song was me struggling with having to compare myself and thinking that I needed to fit in. Nobody fits into nothing. That's what I've come to terms with. And so just that we all have our own flaws and that we're perfectly made in that way as just who we are. And so to not have to hide that. So this is what that song is. Here it goes. I'm definitely not perfect, but I'm perfectly imperfect. It's just the way I like to word it. Some days I feel like a mess, and that could even be true. Some days I don't like how I dress, but then I think, who do I need to impress? Some days I want to do my hair, and others I just don't care. 'Cause all that matters at the end of the day is that God made you. You're perfectly imperfect, you. You're beautiful just the way you are, with all of your wonderful flaws. We would all be the same if we were a little insane at times, and that's okay. I am me and you are you now. I finally see the difference between the two. 'Cause I'm perfectly imperfect me, and it's just the same for you. 'Cause all that matters at the end of the day is that God made you. You're perfectly imperfect, you. You're perfectly imperfect, you.
Perfectly imperfect time to play the song. Yes, indeed. It's been somewhat of a classic, has it not? On our
Yeah, at least.
this last couple of months. Yes. Oh my goodness.
Josh trying to put it to number one.
I think
He goes, hey, can you shout me out? That was my way of getting in there. You're welcome, Josh.
that I mean, I tell you, that has every shot just as much as any song of getting there. I will tell you that much. It seriously does, because it has connected among a lot of our viewers. And man, that's fantastic. Good stuff there. But I think the reason why a lot of people have also related to it as well, not just, you know, a couple people requesting, is because it's relatable.
Mm.
Yeah. Sometimes we have to think we have it all together when we are perfectly imperfect people
I'm a
chasing
mess,
after
and it's okay. I'll
it.
admit that.
Hallelujah, right? We are perfectly imperfect people chasing after perfect God. If we were perfect, we wouldn't need him. But we are perfectly
Exactly.
perfect, and that's okay. And this song is a perfectly imperfect reminder of that.
Hey, it worked. There you go. Yeah.
It did. All right. You did Katie Fest, of course.
Yeah.
What is up next for you musically? More writing, more performing around the Northeast area? What's
Honestly, I have nothing planned, and I like it and I don't like it at the same time, if that makes sense. I like being able to have a break, but then at the same time, I don't want a break because I'm just starting to kind of get used to it now. But yeah, not really anything planned, which is kind of nice.
So what's the next tune that you got for us? Now that we got the classic out of the way.
Now
I
we
mean,
got the classic out of the way. I'm gonna sing my song called "The Moment." For years, this song is how I write songs. It's usually I can't sit down and force a song to happen. Like I just physically cannot. And anytime that I tried, it was a terrible song, and I will fully admit that. And so the only time that songs have ever come out for me and came out working um, was just not trying at all. It would just randomly would happen. And it's the weirdest thing when all of a sudden you're like, oh wait, I like something is sparking, and so you just like go to the drawing board is what I always say. Um, and so this song kind of just fell on my lap, I guess you could say. I had struggled with mental health. I'm like, it was years of feeling ashamed of it, feeling like I had to hide it. And when I started to become open to it, I realized how many other people that were Christians or even not were struggling with the same things I was, and that we all just were scared to admit it. And so this is my song of it, admitting it, I guess, and that God helped me through all of those hard times. And so I'm gonna share that with you all. Oh, first I need to change my capo. I forget about that. Remember the brain of a goldfish, guys. Sometimes I wish my brain couldn't think, 'cause the pression's hitting me too hard. Give me a moment to catch up. Give me a moment not to give up. Give me a moment to have peace of mind, 'cause my mind is running out of time. Anxiety is creeping up. My leg is shaking, trying to measure up. My mind is racing, keeping up. I need to calm it down, but I don't always know how. Give me a moment to catch up. Give me a moment not to give up. Give me a moment to have peace of mind, 'cause my mind is running out of time. Most nights I can't sleep. Melatonin don't do a thing for me. I stay up till 3, watching the same show on repeat. Give me a moment to catch up. Give me a moment not to give up. Give me a moment to have peace of mind, 'cause my mind is running out of time. I've always been in church, singing praises to the Lord. He's always been by my side through my darkest of times. If it wasn't for the Lord, where would I be? Because he kept me safe through all of my misery. He gave me moments to catch up. He gave me moments not to give up. He gave me moments to have peace of mind, 'cause my mind is running out of time. He gave me moments to catch up. He gave me moments not to give up. He gave me moments to have peace of mind, 'cause my mind was running out of time.
Amy Picard here on Red's Room. Good stuff there. Lisa Ritter says, love this so much. She also says, it's okay to not be okay. Everyone has some kind of story. Brave song, Amy. Wendy Cruz says, nice, very lovely. Great to have Amy with us here tonight on the Saturday night edition of Red's Room. What have you learned along the way? How long have you been writing music, and what have you learned along the way, and just in songwriting and just about that journey, about just the process and just.
I would say I've been writing music since I was 5 years old. I was writing songs, at least the start of them. Obviously, they were very kiddish, but I still sing some of them out places to this day. But I would say that what I've learned most is not to force something, that if it doesn't work, like if you're not connected and there's no connection and you're just like, oh, I want to make a song about write a song about this, it just doesn't work for me. And I feel like if you're going to write a song, it should be because of something that you've been through or you've experienced, something that's close to your own heart. And so I've learned that when I write songs, I want it to have a meaning to me, because even if it doesn't mean something to a ton of people, maybe it will mean something, truly mean something to just that one or a few. And that's what I've learned.
And I think you're able to sing it with greater confidence, greater conviction, because it's some place that has, impacted you, and you're able to sing that with greater conviction on what God has done for you in that area. And then I like the fact that you bring up that these songs have to come from just that genuine place. In part, I think that's where songs that we hear have so much great impact, because they come out of that genuine heart place. It's one thing to write a song. It's one thing to write a song of, sayings and cliches, and it's another thing to really write songs that have a deep message, that is a deep message because it's impacted personally in a way. There's greater conviction behind it because it's impacted and is something that you personally have dealt with, and you're wanting to bring hope and you're wanting to bring encouragement to others who are going through that same thing, that you have dealt with, that God is either bringing you through or has brought you out of. And so I love some of the greatest songs, I think, that impact us, that we hear from other people, are ones that hit us and leave an impact to us in that way. And I'm so glad that you're wanting to write songs that will hopefully impact people in that same way in return.
Hmm.
So good stuff there. Amy Picard right here on Red's Room. Do you have another one to share with us here?
If you want me to do another one, I can do another one. Yeah.
Yeah, Amy, can I ask you to do one quick thing? For some reason, Satan's trying hard with this, and the stopping thing is gone. The next thing that it's doing, for some reason, can you check your audio settings to see if for some reason, if the button has been clicked for automatically adjust microphone volume? Because for some reason, twice it's gone down and then it's gone extremely up and then it clips.
I think I might have did it.
If so, if you unclick it, then you won't, and then we won't have that issue again.
Okay. Hopefully it will be good.
Okay.
Cool.
There we go. All right. How many more do you have for us, Amy?
I'll just do one more.
One more? All right, let's do it. What song are you going to close out this night of Red's Room with this evening?
Well, I was tossing between doing an original, but I was like, I've done all original. And I have a slight obsession with Francesca Battistelli.
Oh, do we now?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and
I do. So I try really hard not to just sing every single song that's hers. So I should sing mine.
Do you have an all-time Francesca favorite by her?
I'm about to sing it for you. It's If We're Honest.
Oh, all right. If we're honest, that's her favorite.
If we're honest, that's my favorite song. If we're honest, so I don't know. I just I've always loved the song growing up, and then I was like, oh yeah, this is like a pretty song. I love it. And then as I got older, I was like, that's deep. I was like, whoo! I actually heard the words and not just hearing them. I heard them. And so I'm gonna share that with you guys.
Let's do it. If we're honest, closing out.
I started this thing. I gotta tell you before I even sing it. I started this thing that when I'm in person, cause it the chorus is if we're honest, and then it has the backing ooh. So I have the whole audience do that because when I have to do it, I lose my breath so fast and I'll start sounding like Darth Vader, so. I thought I should give you that little side note there. Yep. All right, well.
If we're honest, Amy Picard closing out the Saturday night here on Red's Room. Good stuff.
Oh. Truth seems harder than the light. Dark seems safer than the light. Everyone has a heart that loves to hide. I'm a mess and so are you. We built walls nobody can get through. Yeah, it may be hard, but the best thing we could ever do is bring your brokenness and I'll bring mine. 'Cause love can heal what hurt defines, and mercy's waiting on the other side. If we're honest, if we're honest, don't pretend to be something that you're not. Living life afraid of getting caught. There is freedom found when we lay our secrets down at the cross, at the cross. So bring your brokenness and I'll bring mine. 'Cause love can heal what hurt divides. And mercy's waiting on the other side. If we're honest, ooh, if we're honest, ooh. It would change our lives. It would set us free. It's what we need to be. So bring your brokenness and I'll bring mine. 'Cause love can heal what hurt divides. And mercy's waiting on the other side. If we're honest, ooh, if we're honest, ooh, if we're honest, ooh, if we're honest.
Wow, such a wonderful rendition. That is that's such a beautiful way to end this night here on Red's Room. My goodness gracious, that was so well done. Now I think I know what Red meant by Satan was trying hard with this one there. That, my goodness gracious, that was wonderful. Francesca Battistelli, brilliantly done by Amy Picard there, if we're honest. And if we're honest, that was a fantastic rendition, yes. Liz Perry Reynolds says, "You are precious, Amy." Denise says, "So cool, Amy." Wendy Cruz, really nice. Josh, yes. Francesca Battistelli covered, love it. Oh, Lisa says, "Amy, the way you sing this with such conviction, you make this sound like your story." Oh. Heidi DeVries says, "Love listening to you sing, Amy. So much growth since you're a little kid."
That's
Love
my
you.
sister.
That's your sister?
Hi,
Heidi. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's a family affair tonight here on Red's Room. Yes, indeed. So much growth since you were a little kid. Love you. Oh, yes, indeed. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in tonight to another fantastic edition of Red's Room. What are some of the places that we can continue to follow your musical journey and follow what's next? And are there places coming up that we can see you perform in and around the Northeast area or beyond coming up?
I have Facebook. You just search up my name. There'll be a big old picture of my face. And then I also have a Amy Picard Music on Instagram. So if you go follow that, I will be having updates on everything. Hopefully getting a little more active on it. But yeah.
There you go. Great to have you with us. It's great featuring your talent as well on both Red's Room and on Christian Media Spotlight as well. Thank you for being such a supportive member of our community as well, and continued blessings as you continue to pursue your musical calling personally and professionally. Thank you for being with us and share some of your gifts and your talents here tonight with us on Red's Room.